If you were here for Lori, you are going to walk away very disappointed. Good morning. My name's Jason. I'm going to be hosting the pregame show with you today. Hope you're doing well. In the spirit of Lori, we'll do a quick audio check. I think it's pretty good, though. Hey, JHM. Tamazon, I see you. Jim and Bobo. Mary, Gareth, John. Lots of names. Hey, Patrick. So, there's going to be a lot of people who may be hearing me for the first time. Cool. I am Jason. I'm a partner at the Chart Guys, friend of Lori, and she is away today. She's got an appointment. Did you know that a lot of people just refuse to work around our market hours and constantly want to schedule appointments like during the trading day? Very frustrating. They just, no respect. No respect for the charts, no respect for the pregame show, but we're here anyway. I'm going to fill in. A little bit of a different flavor than you're going to get from Lori. Lori is just dropping knowledge bombs all the time. She runs an impressive show, doesn't she? I like to tune in. I learn a lot from her still. Anyway, we're going to do Lori's pregame show. We're going to do it a little bit differently. It's going to be more of my regular show. I host a few streams at chartguys.com in the mornings. And, well, all over the place, actually. And we're going to run it a little bit like that. So why don't we get started? What we're going to do is walk through some of the tickers I like to look at for my barometers. Going to read in the market. We're going to take a look at cryptos. We're going to take a look at some indices. We're going to check out QQQ, SPY, get a read on what the market is going to do. And then we should be a little bit more prepared for open. I do have a couple tickers that we can share and look at some interesting setups. And if there's any time, I'll take a look at a couple of ticker requests, give you a taste of what we do over at Chart Guys as well. So with that said, good morning, everybody. I see Lori's issue keeping up with this chat. It scrolls very quickly, and it's very, very small. Anyway, go on the other Bobby Orr. Good morning. Maximus, hey, how are you? Excellent. All right, guys, let's get started. So the goal of how I approach my pregame is to take a look at what these indices are doing, try to get my beautiful concept of what the market structure is. And without even going into it, having the team behind me, the notes I received this morning are telling me that we are gapping up on quite a few names, but we have an issue. We are nearing yesterday's high day on a lot of these names. And if we are spending a lot of our effort getting up to that area of resistance in pre-market, that gives us two conditions. One, to continue, we need to break yesterday's high of resistance, which is going to be difficult because we're short-term overextended in a lot of names. Two, we have pre-market lows. Now, in the daily time frame, we are expecting a lower high and then a daily higher low in order to establish a better daily trend change, which means we're going to be watching the hourly trend to lose its uptrend to allow that yesterday's high of day level resistance to come into play, lose our hourly trends, and give us a few days of consolidation. So a lot of the names and the more veteran traders that I'm chatting with in the Chart Guys community today, they're open to some bull moves, but in general, they're planning short positions with that in mind. So let's take a look at the market and see how that may be supported by what we see in the charts. We're going to run this show for about 20 minutes or so, and then we got to get ready for the pregame show. Not the pregame show, the morning show over at Chart Guys. All right, get started. Let's get rid of this nasty guy. All right, daily time frame for Bitcoin. It's not super surprising that we have seen a rejection again from one of our EMAs, and we are seeing some downside. So we've lost our hourly trend up here. Bulls have a lot of room for hourly higher lows. Overall, not really impressed with what the bulls have done so far, and I'm expecting this 4-hour trend to change. We've already lost our hourly uptrend, you see? So if the bulls are going to hold on to the gains that they've established, what they need to do is hold on to this area right here. Now, it's hard to define some of these structures because we'd like to just be able to pinpoint and say, yes, this is our key support level. We can never break 0.88. It's just not going to happen when the bears are in control, but it doesn't work that way. We know that there is a wide range of support and resistance, so we can sometimes draw it in like that because we've had a battleground here. It was a battleground to get back over top of, and it's going to be a battleground again. So if we lose that battleground and we look for, then we'll be looking for more daily downside consolidation. If the bulls can hold it up and establish a 4-hour higher low, then maybe, just maybe, we'll get another attempt. But that is what we are looking at right now. So on the hourly time frame, we're going to be looking for this hourly bear flag. We need the bulls to defend this level. If they don't, we're right back into that structure looking for daily downside continuation. Yes, Lori would sound absolutely terrible if this were her voice. What I have been doing to make you guys feel a lot more comfortable is practicing some of her cool catchphrases. I've pitched them to Lori. She's not into it at all. My strongest one was, this chart's hotter than a goat on a pancake. And I thought that was gold, but she said, nope, keep practicing. So I'm going to come up with a lot of things. I think the combination is like animal, on a structure, and then some sort of temperature. We'll see how it works out. Ethereum. Ethereum in the daily time frame or hourly time frame. Again, very similar to Bitcoin. A little bit stronger overall than Bitcoin because we didn't have that big drop, but we are still sideways and technically in a daily downtrend. Again, watching the hourly structure for a little bit of guidance. Bulls need to defend this level 42, 12, 14. That is the must-hold level for them. Again, another area of resistance and support coming into play, being tested again. All right, so thanks, guys. Since Jesus was that was so good, right? I love that one. I write some of them down because, like, I gotta talk to Lori about this. Where did you come up with this stuff? It's just nuts. All right, this is BX500 USD. I'm having fun with you guys. I like it. This is fun. I like this stuff. Okay, you know that. If you've been in the chart guys for a while, you know what I'm all about. I'm all about having fun with you guys and getting some good reads on some charts. So let's keep doing that. This is the issue for me. SPX 500, fear gone. So we had 2 articles today. I read that the Pfizer and the Bntx, their vaccines are apparently effective at neutralizing, those are the word they used, neutralizing the Omicron variant. So, hey, let's keep partying. And that's what we're doing right now. We have some daily resistance. We've moved very, very quickly in the last 2 days, which means we are short-term overextended. Now, we're very close to all-time highs on SPY and the SPX, but that means is we are going to be really tired if we break it. So we're still looking for a daily higher low, which means on a lot of these charts, and I mentioned already, we're looking for this sort of play to happen and bulls to step in, and then who knows from there. So we're going to be scouting areas of resistance that we're very, very close to, and we can see that historically the SPX has given us reasons to be a little bit concerned up at these levels. Right? We've done it a few times. It's not a surprise. We're right there right now. Let's see if we can actually get a hourly trend change. So we're a little bit cautious. We're pumping the brakes a little bit on bull positions, waiting for the bulls to prove something. We're looking for an hourly lower high, and then ultimately a low of our hourly supports into some downside. Look for some short positions, especially against those tickers who are nearing their yesterday's high of days. Let's see, Apple's opening a little bit lower. I can see that Tesla is very close to its high of day yesterday, and has broken it in pre-market. So if they can't pull that off, and then it looks like Amazon again is going to be in a similar situation. So that's it. Don't even try, Jason, says Sonoma. Well, I gotta try, gotta keep up. So looking for hourly loss of the hourly uptrend as our guide for the kickoff of daily consolidation. Look at our RSI. We're already seeing some bearish divergence here in the hourly time frame and the 4-hour time frame. It's not building a compelling support structure in the form of a flag or a pennant yet. So I would suspect that the most likely outcome will come into play, which is an hourly trend change into consolidation and a daily higher low. The NASDAQ already seeing a little bit of an hourly and 15-minute downtrend up here. So again, go to the daily time frame. Where's our area of resistance? Well, sir, we've been having trouble with this area historically. We did get over it once, but we couldn't keep it up. So it's likely to come into play again. Hourly time frame, extended, bearish divergence. We're looking for an hourly higher low, ultimately over this little guy. Come on now, you can do it. Boom, there it is. And we're looking for a loss at that level. Most likely outcome for me is going to be a dippy-do up and then loss. So the QQQs have been a little bit stronger, especially look at the QQQ daily chart. Crazy, right? Gap up and go. Short-term exhausted is the issue. Looking again to either break this high and make me look foolish, which happens pretty regularly, I'll admit, or an hourly trend change in the daily consolidation. The Russell is a little bit different. It has been significantly more bearish, and its response has been more contained. So it's going to look more like a regular chart. If we see that sort of action where we come down, get that daily higher low, we want the bulls to retake a trend in here and negate what they've done over there. So again, same concept. looking for areas of resistance. On the 4-hour time frame, we'll be able to see a little something something. Let's go get rid of that right here, and that's what I'm looking for. How are we doing for time? 10 minutes. Oh my goodness. We are gonna tragically run out of time. How does she do it? How does Lori compact all of this information? All right, QQQ. All right, QQQ, very similar to our NASI, right? This is the ETF that's pretty much representing the action that we've seen over here. We already know what we're expecting the NASDAQ to do. We have the area resistance. Bulls are very, very strong, gapping up into that range. So what we're going to be watching for is, can we break an open over yesterday's high? And then we're going to be watching the key levels of our after-hours support. And these are right here. These liquidity tests that we see 3 times overnight. And this morning, another big move right to that area of support, lose that, and then we're looking at a bearish morning, at least to test this other area of support down here. So we have a back burner type situation on play, which means if we drop below this RSI 30, we're going to be looking for potential oversold bounces because the energy and the momentum is still very, very much to the upside. But the key level for the daily bulls is to get over 499. Until they do that, we're looking for hourly trend changes to the downside. Same thing for SPY. Big strong move. Known area of resistance. Go to our 5-minute time frame. Liquidity tests in both directions. We do not want to lose the low of pre-market support. We'll call that 467.80, and we're right in the middle of that range right now. So major areas of resistance overhead. A lot of people looking for short positions. More coffee. Am I Lori's husband? No. Lori has too good a taste. She saw me once, felt physically ill, had to leave, came back, and then we were able to be friends. But she really needed that few moments to collect her thoughts and wonder what sort of abhorrent creation was made that combined both an interest in charts, which she likes, and just this mess of a beard and who knows what else. Poor woman. Okay. No, Lori is happily married, as many of you know, to not her first husband. I love that so many of you guys know Lori's first husband's name. Yep, that's funny stuff. Okay, XLF. XLF doing okay, right? Happy little move. 39.44. So we have been previously trading inversely to QQQ. It's interesting to see XLF see a positive response overall in the market, but we're going to be watching for that sort of correlation, that negative correlation to come back. So for our QQQ, not our QQQ, for our XLF, we're in a little bit of a mess. And what we're going to be looking for is, can we break pre-market high or pre-market low? Getting a sense of direction. Hourly time frame is our guide. Looking for a continuation until we see that loss of hourly higher lows. XLK, very similar to our QQQ. All we've got up here is 174.25 is our area of resistance. Big gap up. Again, short-term exhaustion. Looking to our hourly time frame for guidance. Yeah, poor Dwayne. It's so funny. Wonder if he knows. I know that Lori's kids know how famous he is. Their dad being Dwayne. Hourly time frame. Look at that trend change, guys. That's what we like to see, right? We've broken to highs. Now we need higher lows. If we can't break 116.89, then we are going to be looking for some pullback. And because of the distance, now we're looking for hourly higher lows over 106.92, like this, which on the daily time frame gives us a nice springboard for a daily trend change. That's what we're looking for on pretty much everything. Careful with your hyper bullish entries. This is how we get trapped. Looking at yesterday's big gains, expecting that to continue gets you in a lot of trouble. 5-minute time frame for the ticker that I'm currently covering up, XLV. What a janky pre-market. Again, hourly trend looks to be converging a little bit. So again, looking for hourly pullback resistance in the area 133.72. Look, there's so much up here. You're starting to see how a lot of these names are building similar structures where we have clear overhead resistance, and on almost all of them we have the capability of finding signs of reversal. If a reversal is going to occur on this, it's going to look like X, and a lot of those are very, very similar. So that's what we need to be watching. Thanks, Jamie. I've been curating this bizarre personality for a while, and it really just, it flourished when I gave up. trying to be professional. You know what I mean? Just got to be ourselves. Have some fun. If you're not having fun doing what you're doing, then that's just, it's kind of sad, isn't it? And I love charts. I love the chart guys community. It's comprised of like the greatest people I've ever met. It's incredible. Veronica Bill, where can you get the back burner indicator? It was given to people who purchased the Black Friday promotion that we did last week. Otherwise, it's not available. Okay, that's where we are with a lot of names. And I got a couple of things. I know someone wanted to take a look at Tesla, and Tesla is a great example of the issues that we're facing in the short term. Why? Because we've had a couple of great days. Look how far Tesla is away from its overall high. Right? Way up there is our area of resistance. Short term is going to be exhausted, which means we're going to be looking at our today's high of day, or yesterday's high of day, as our initial resistance. Now, this follows the bill with everything else that we have been looking at. We're going to be looking for top fishes against that area of resistance, and then we're going to be looking to the downside for daily higher lows. In this case, the most likely outcome is lower low, just because we've got this big daily structure, which is creating a monolithic weekly bull flag, which I really find appetizing, but we have a lot of time for that to play out. So what we got to do is get the 5-minute bulls over yesterday's high of day. We can see it's an area of contention. We want to open below, break it, show some upside commitment, and we'll be looking for top fishing plays in there. Once we lose our structure, we're going to be looking for a hourly loss of higher lows into daily consolidation. Oh boy, we got a professional. I've been cordially invited to review some charts. I accept. And I will form an alliance with you. What other names can we look at, guys? We got a few minutes here. Oh, I wanted to go over some of the big movers. So Tesla, we just checked out. A couple of the key names that we're going to see some volume today, are already seeing volume pre-market, are Pfizer, which I've somehow forgotten how to spell. How do you spell Pfizer? What, PZ? What the heck is happening to me? Hold on. Ah, I'm missing a P and an F. That makes sense. I wonder if they had to include that F just because I knew that most people wouldn't associate. Well, I don't know. A lot of people know the word phone. All right, Veronica, we'll get you sorted out. Send me a message in Slack and I'll get you set up right away this morning. If you're referring, Fanky, to my beautiful thumbnails with my pipe and coat, I assure you that's real. Okay, Pfizer. The reason I'm looking at Pfizer is because we had that positive. Look at the volume pre-market, okay? This is pretty incredible. Regular volume today. This is a high volume setup, which means it could really have some get up and go. So what we're going to be looking for is two things. We want to break yesterday's high of day. Let's clear the charts. 5250 is what we want to break. We have been battling that pre-market. We're seeing some liquidity tests in both directions with bulls and bears equally balanced. So we're going to be looking for a solid bull break. If we can get that solid bull break, we don't really have much resistance to $55. So that's a pretty big capability for a run. Keep a close eye on Pfizer today. The pre-market volume really supports that sort of volatility. Bntx, this one is already gone, unfortunately. Daily time frame had an inside bar, had some solid news, and the 5-minute chart has been ripping away. So what we can do is look for oversold conditions. There's going to be a lot of profit taking on this guy. We're going to be looking for an hourly higher low at some point over 282.16. So back burners on deck for this guy. See if we're looking for him. Turn our back burners on, please. Activate back burners. All right, we're not active yet, but same thing. I'm still looking for the 5-minute oversold. Nice volume. The pre-market volume is telling us that the people are interested. The price action is telling us that it's heavily slanted toward the bulls. A little bit too early. Pfizer is still contained. Bntx has done its move, so I would be more interested in Pfizer. Still stocking 5-minute oversold conditions and hourly higher lows for Bntx. Weber also had some interesting pre-market volume post earnings, a daily downtrend. So we're only really looking for short-term upside, and this is why I'm interested in it. Look at the big volume. Look at the interest. Okay, not as beautiful structure. We're going to be looking for a break over 1428 probably. That's the key level. If I go back further, that's the key level. Pretty much a lot of historical resistance. We're right above it right now. We need to hold that level. Not so interested in this. 3,000 shares traded. Someone was a little bit crazy. A little excited. Too into barbecuing. Those guys that are just like massively into smoking meats? That's weird. I'm told that when I hit 40, I have to make a major decision about getting really, really into World War II history or smoking meats. And guys, I'm leaning toward history. I think that might be the move for me. Intc. So this one got my attention for a couple of reasons. Look at the crazy gap up we had, the massive volume we've had, and now we are above yesterday's low of day. So if you are a ninja and you like bottom fishing and you are looking at today's QQQ, and if we happen to break to new highs and just keep on going, then that confidence has a good possibility of swinging over into INTC land, with bulls recently showing how hard they're willing to push the price. So we are opened above. We're looking for ninja skills. This is a high risk, high reward stop out, or highly likely to stop out bottom fish of yesterday's low of day, 52.21. What else do we have? I do love my pigs, but I also have I have delicious meat pigs and I have friendly pet pigs. And I'll tell you, I got no problem eating those mean meat pigs. F. So Ford, not on your radar today, but I want you to keep it on your radar in general. Ford has held up exceptionally well. Ford has a contender to start to be, if not already considered to be, a member of the EV space with what they're intending to move into. And if you go look at Tesla, well, let's go back and do that right now. Tesla Weekly. We also see a consolidation structure up here. So starting to build the bull flag structures and squeezes. Keep an eye on Ford. Not for today, but for your future. I don't know when we're going to talk about this again, or I'll have an opportunity to hostily take over Lori's show. But that's the issue. Not the issue. What we're looking for. We're looking for the sideways consolidation. Now, if the market gets its act together, gets a daily high or low, and keeps on moving up despite all the fear mongering, then these charts, Tesla, Ford, have a very, very beautiful longer term outlook. Okay. Can I look at PayPal? You know what? I will do two. Meat pig. My Wi-Fi is called House Pig because I am pitching to get a pet pig that lives in the house. And so far I'm having zero success with this. But I figure if I just keep introducing the idea, right house pig on the fridge, it's going to work. PayPal. I will look at PayPal. And then that's not PayPal. And then I think I gotta go, guys. Gotta get ready to go help the Trick Guys team out. Okay, so PayPal has been just demolished a lot lately. And we've been tracking it, I feel like every day, waiting for a daily trend change. And I'm gonna show you one that I really like. So PayPal on the daily time frame, yeah, it's beat up. It looks attractive for longer term investment, right? You're looking at this, you're saying, PayPal, come on, it's not going anywhere. Look how low it is. Look at the volume. You know what? Yeah, I see the same thing as you do, but I also see the potential for a bear flag and continuation down. There's no reason that we should expect PayPal to just not keep dropping. So what we have to do is wait for the daily chart to actually give us the confidence that this is a reasonable entry. Day trade's a little bit different. But if you go over here, you can see we are red. We dropped. Sure, bulls show up. Can't hold on to anything. Bulls show up. Maybe they can't hold on to anything. Maybe we just keep moving down. So just like the market, just like SPY, just like everything else we've talked about today, we want the daily high or low. So keep that big picture in your mind. You're constantly juggling 1,000 ideas at once because they are all correlated. Picking and choosing those few key moments and those key little bits of information is what sets the experienced trader apart from the inexperienced trader and creates that intangible aspect of that really gives us that success. So just keep all of these ideas in place and start recognizing when something jumps out at you, because it will happen innately. It will be some sort of sixth sense about the market, and then you will have that moment where you are in tune with it. So looking for those daily higher lows. Now, the other one I wanted to show you was Kroger, because this is a company that did not do well for a very long time and then finally did great. So we had the big daily downtrend. Both show up, can't hold on, show up, can't hold on, show up. Hey, now we're doing something. Break 4074. We changed the daily trend with the confidence, and bulls have been in a janky uptrend since then. So that's what you want to see. You want to see that validation of a trend change. Okay. Let's see. We got 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm out of time. I gotta go. This is so much fun. Thank you for putting up with me. If Lori asks, just say that I was praising her the whole time, talking about how amazing she was, and maybe she'll let me do it again. Anyway, it was a lot of fun talking to you guys, seeing some new names. Come on over, check out the chart, guys. If you're interested in a community of amazing people with a lot of different types of personalities, all really just focused on becoming better traders and helping each other out and looking for the most optimal conditions and teaching each other, then that's your community right there. Okay, I'll see you chart people in the chart, guys. Slack room in a few moments, and Dan should be live in 4 minutes, and we'll touch base then.